Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open, so you already know, like we do each and every single Wednesday, we are buying stocks and we are adding assets to the portfolio. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to stack some passive dividend income and just continue to grow the snowball as we approach our $25,000 annual dividend income goal that we set at the start of the year, and we're just slowly but surely chipping away at it. So let's take a look. It looks like the account for the first time today just went a little bit red. Oh, now it's back to green. So we're pretty much flat on the day. For the week, we are down about 1.64%. For the month, up 3.59%. 3 months, 8.71%. Year to date, about 11%. So pretty similar to SPY. And then 1 year, we're up 38.24%. All time since we opened this account. About 2.5 years ago, we're up 42.19% or $14,300. So where are we sitting? Well, we have buying power at $7,000. We had a bunch of dividends come in over the last week, so it's time to take some of those dividends and reinvest them into more assets, some long-term for growth, some to increase our dividend snowball. And then we had a little bit of options plays as well. But I want to talk about where we're going to be investing them. So last week, we received about $557 or so in dividends between the 27th and now. Depending on when you're watching this, it is the 3rd on drop day. And then about $292 of it was not reinvested. So that's money I'm looking to reinvest. And then on top of that, of course, we've been selling some options with some available cash or some available buying power in the brokerage account. And we made about $77 on this week trade. So that gives us a little bit more firepower as well, giving us about $369 worth of buying power available to buy some assets. So what are we going to buy? Well, I want to split it into 3 different funds, and I want to talk about the 3 funds. You guys probably already guessed it. The first one's going to be QQQ. We started a new project, and that project is taking all of our QDTE dividends each and every single week and buying QQQ, the underlying, so that we can start stacking some shares there. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting some money into QQQ, about $51 or so, depending on the dividend. Then we're going to be buying some HOOW. Hood has been absolutely beat up as of late, coming down from about that 116, 118-ish mark down to the 100 mark. So we're going to be buying some more HOOW, and then we're going to be adding a little bit more BITO as Bitcoin has kind of been chilling out about that 111, 112 range as of late. And so I want to add a little bit more there. I think we have, 25 shares or so in the portfolio. Nice to see those coming back. And we're going to stack some there. So first things first, let's jump in. Full transparency as always. Let's take a look at the dividends that came in over the last week. Like I said, last video was the 27th or so. So we had some good dividends come in. We had Ulti come in at $168.32. QDT at 51.12, which is what we're going to throw into QQQ. MSTY at 108.99, getting us that much closer to house money. We had YMAX come in at 68.60. We had XDTE come in at 49.57. HOOW came in at 47.26 on Tuesday. TSLW, this was a huge payout for them at $63.89. And then tomorrow, we have 22.28 coming in for JEPQ as a monthly payer, and then BITO at $21.53. So we love to see that. Slowly but surely they're stacking. Slowly but surely we're reinvesting. We're building the share count. We're building the monthly dividends. And we're starting to trend up towards our $25,000 goal, which if you were with me last year, we only made about almost $9,000 in dividend income. So a massive goal I set. Super hard to attain, but we have been throwing a bunch of cash into this account. Almost, probably about $10,000 this year we've thrown in new cash into the account. And so we are on our way towards building this up. So I want to do it. Let's buy some stocks like we do each and every single week. First things first, I'll go over the MSTX play for this week. We have a couple ones out there. We sold 2 of the 16 bottom of the chain MSTX puts at $11 a piece. And then we sold a couple more, and these ones filled at $7 a piece, right? So we have 13 total contracts on MSTX. And we are up about 86% on that. We'll let these expire with this or potentially roll them on Friday depending on where things are at. But for now, we're just taking this ammo and we are just throwing it slowly but surely at our dividend. So I want to come here. Let's look at our total equity on the accounts. We know we have SCHD and VTI as big backbones in the account. About almost 11,000. Well, just over $10,000 between those two. And then we have some of our big dogs, YMAX, QDT, and XDT. pulling up a bunch of the weights. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to check this QDT. Oh, actually, we already just looked at it, but we received $51.12. So what we're going to do is come down like we do each and every single week, and we're going to come and we're going to buy 51.12, and we're just going to see how this goes. So we're just going to continue to do this each and every single week. We're going to take those QDT dividends and we're going to throw it into QQQ. The CLAR, I threw that out there. That is an IPO that's going to be coming out. We're just going to see if we get any allotted any shares and see how that one goes. BITO, we're coming in here and we're buying some more, 1942. So we're going to come in here. Let's see. Let's go to shares. Keep things clean. Let's buy 5 shares here. It's about $100. So that's about $150 between the two purchases there. So we're going to pick up 5 shares of BITO. We have the dividend that's going to be coming in this week, which will be nice. And then it leaves us for the next one, right? So we're going to come in here. Oh, whoops. Let's do 2 shares at $115. That means we'll put the rest of the money just towards the buying power. But yeah, we'll pick up a nice 115 there. We'll add to the share count there. We have 47 coming in on the dividends. And that brings us up to about $3,400 with the market value, or 58 shares in the account. Now, that being said, we've made our purchases like we do each and every single week. I want to take a look at some of the dividends that are coming out this week. We have a lot. So let me come in here. Boom. Honestly, not too impressed with the dividends, but if we can get dividends that are lower and we can hold up the NAV, I'm happier with that. TSLY came in at 39.26 cents. We have 100 shares, so we're getting paid about $39 there. This is down from the average of over $1, so this one just continues to stay in that, really just like that $30, $40 range. Not too impressive, but it is what it is. Another one there, YMAX coming in at 10.94 cents. This one's down super bad. This one's usually sitting around, I don't know, I'd say the 16 cent mark. So really, really bad payout, to be honest with you, on this one. But it is what it is. Nothing we can do. And then Ulti coming in at 9 cents flat. So they have been paying out a dime for multiple weeks. Last week we cracked under a dime, and then this week we are under a dime again. So trending down, but again, if we can hold NAV up better by paying out less, I want that more, right? Even if they have to pay 8 cents a week or 7.5 cents a week, if we can hold up the NAV better, that matters more than anything. The total return is what we are watching. So those are the payouts that are coming in there. Nothing too crazy, but really some good payouts. We also have RDT, XDT, and QDT that are going to be coming in as well. RDT was really the only one that they did really well, 32 cents, QDT at 28 cents, XDT at 21 cents. So some decent payouts there. When it comes to the dividend portfolio, let's take a look. Let's take a look at how we're looking for the month. Well, it's a brand new month, brand new goal. So we have a lot of work to do. We're at $154.96 already. Last month with options income, we surpassed $3,000. So I'd like to do $3,000 again. We should be getting the quarterly dividends coming in this month. So SCHD and VTI will be coming in. It's not going to be a whole lot of money, but still it adds a little bit extra to it. What is SCHD? I'm trying to think what SCHD paid us last time. $57. So we'll get more than that, probably about $60 on SCHD, and then maybe another $10 on VTI. So an extra $60 will be coming in from those two. And I'm hoping we can break that 2,500 mark or be right around that 2,500 mark. Of course, we're going to be dripping. We're going to be buying. We're going to be adding cash. And so if we can stay around that 2,500 mark, that'll be good. Monthly goal is 2,111. We're 7% of the way there. We're 4,312 on Q3 when it comes to dividends. So we're doing really good. We have a whole month left to beat last quarter at the 4,800. Now that we've added Ulti and we dropped RDT, I honestly think we can do it. It's just going to depend on how things go. And then, of course, I'm going to continue trading options so that I can take that and snowball it into more dividends. But here's how we're sitting for the year, 13,513. We have a long ways to go to get to 25,000. It's going to take an effort, right? We're 54% of the way there. We have 11,486 to go in order to hit 25,000, which means we need about 717 a week. And we have been averaging this year about 375. Now, of course, the account has grown over time, and so it's going to build up faster towards the end of the year because we obviously have more money now than we did at the start of the year. And then we've shifted some stuff around. The buying power has gotten bigger, so we could sell more options. And that's just kind of how it goes. So keep that in mind. But I got to be full gas here in order to hit this. And you guys are probably the same way with your portfolios. You got to be full gas all the time in order to hit these lofty goals that you set. And we're not stopping here. We're continuing to build the dividend snowball. I want this sucker to pay me $5,000 a month, and we're just going to keep pushing. So what do we have coming for this week? Well, we already saw JEPQ coming in. We saw BITO that's going to be coming in. But we have QDT coming in around $71. XDT coming in around $46. YMAX coming in around $54. And then TSLY at $39.26. Ulti coming in at $156. So about $370 right there coming in. So not too bad, all things considered. And we just keep pushing the needle, right? Last month we ended up 577 in options income. This month already at 77. And I think we could probably do between 60 and 80 a week. So we'll probably get another 400 in the rest of the month. And I just wanted to graph that there so you can see. And the reason why I'm keeping track of this is because we take the options income and we just throw it straight into dividend stocks, right? So that's what we're doing there. Record breaking month last month. It's kind of crazy to see it when you put it on the pedestal like this against 2023 and 2024 and how far this account has come. We went from $113 in August 2 years ago to $882 last year to $2,500 this year. Crazy to think what 2026, 2027, 2028 are going to look like. I'm hoping these numbers are absolutely just wild. And we're going to keep it fully transparent, and I'm going to show the entire journey as we build this sucker and as we work towards financial freedom, because I know we are all doing it each and every single week. September, 154. We got a lot of work to beat last year, but I think we're going to get it done. We're going to slowly just keep stacking the chips. We're going to keep buying, and we're just going to keep moving the needle. So we've added some good capital this year. The trajectory is looking a little harsh. We've added $8,400 of fresh capital. I'd have to go back and check and see if we have some other ones. But of course, we have the $100 every single week of fresh cash we put in. And then I just kind of tailored this to ramp up as the year went on. Now, last month, we obviously beat it by 600, but we still have a lot of work to do in order. If we stay on this trajectory here, we're going to be at 22,525 by the end of the year if all things stay equal. And so we've got a lot of work to do. And I just want to showcase that because there is no joke hitting $25,000 worth of dividend income. When it comes here to the payouts this week, QDT and XDT, they're coming in subpar, right? Weekly average on QDT at 24 cents from the all-time average at about 28, and then XDT at 23 cents from 25. So XDT is down, and we just keep grinding, right? QDT, we just keep taking these payouts each and every single week, and we just throw them straight into QQQ. XDT, we keep reinvesting as we move towards that 250 share count goal. It's going to take us a while to get there, but at 1 share a week, I mean, the math's there, right? 17 weeks or so until we get there. So it's possible to get it done by the end of the year if we just leave it on drip. We're going to see. It depends on how the share price stays and how things look, but we're just going to let it drip itself there. Ulti, similar picture. We've already received about $1,000 worth of dividends. We've reinvested all of those on drip, and we have about 163 shares so far on drip and sitting at about 1,800 shares on Ulti as of right now. YMAX, we've been at 500 shares since 31 weeks. We're now at week 50, and we just keep taking those dividends and we keep throwing it back into the account. $68.68, 60 cents came in last week. We have more money coming in this week, and we slowly but surely are just moving the needle, right? We're averaging about, $360, anywhere between $330 and $360 a week just between these four funds, which is nice to see. And it's keeping the dividend income going. So that's where we're sitting on that. Last but not least, Ulti, we have this sucker on drip mode. I think we'll hit it by probably week 13. We'll hit 2,000 shares. Then I'll turn drip off and we'll just let this thing start paying us back. Or we will invest it into another asset. It just kind of depends on how the market looks and where I want to put the money. But as of right now, I'm just leaving it on drip. We'll probably have another 6-7 weeks. If we keep dripping 30 shares a week, we should be able to hit it. So that's where we're sitting on the Ulti. And we just keep grinding. Up and to the right is the goal. Each and every single week, we move towards our house of money. Coney, this month is potential. If we get paid 70, what do we have left? $94. So if we get paid $94 which I don't think we're going to do. The average, the average is 133, but if we get paid $94, then we will be 100% house money on Coney. The rest of them are pretty far away, right? 4 months or so on MVDY, MSTY at about 30. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say 3, 4, 5 payouts. And then TSLY, this one, it's going to take forever. If we keep getting these $30, $40 payouts, it's going to take a long time to get there. The average is still over $1, which we are seeing is not holding up. TSLY, all the way over here, you can see the last couple of distributions, 76, 40, 38, 30. So yeah, just really not great payouts. Obviously, this one was a little bit better, but still just super subpar payouts compared to where we started at the $2 range. But we're going to get there slowly but surely. We're just going to get there. We're going to keep pushing towards it. Once these other ones hit 100% house money, the money printer slowly turns on. So that's the update I have for the week. This is where we invested our money into BITO, HOOW, and QQQ as we slowly stack. Another $100 went in on Monday. Another $100 will go in next Monday. And we just will continue to stack and build the dividend snowball. I appreciate everybody, as always. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next time.